Andrea. Oh, can't hear you.
Oh, hi.
Hi. No.
Bit too excited.
Oh,
Hmm. I really came with the wish to be connected and what I have to like, or what I'm surfing or what wants to be integrated. Yeah, and I'm super curious to inquire in company and in holding hands and yeah.
gosh, how beautiful.
Yeah,
Makes my heart sing.
mine
My
too.
my favorite thing.
Yeah, I just came home from work and I was riding on my bicycle and it really welled up from like, okay, whom I would love to be with in that. And yeah, here I am. Mm.
What an honor.
Yeah, and it's basically the same topic, but like a layer deeper, or the next layer.
Mm.
And as far as I can remember, where we inquired last was like this. I can see that it's not at my partner's end.
Yeah.
And now I'm really sitting with this fear, flavor, and I can really noticing at it at the root.
Okay.
I can really
Fantastic.
notice, yes. And it still feels like an urge to get away from it.
Mm. Fantastic noticing.
And it really, yeah, it really takes me away from peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Takes you away from peace. I know that's how we speak, but it's somehow, these body systems. I know you know all of it, but let's just have common ground again. They are kind of made up of out of patterns and conditioning and building stones in a certain way. So the body system is actually on automatic.
Yes.
It just does the way it's programmed. Now we are very, very lucky in a certain way that there's also, let's call it awareness or witnessing or noticing or just something that can see all those patterns when it's a little bit more quiet or when it's also trained in it. We've been training our systems now since a long time when we don't know where that is coming from in a certain way, but that's how our systems have evolved. There is also that awareness that notices everything. So, but now to say that we are our patterns or that we are those building stones, this automatic mechanism, that's 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 a big statement in a way, huh? That's a little bit small, isn't it? Because there's so much more. It's just an aspect, maybe, of something that we call life. So we're so quick with saying, I am, yeah, I am still, or I am doing this, or. So there is a lot of awareness, I would say, that comes forward and invites all of us to have a sincere look what's actually going on. does it have anything to do with you or with me or with your partner or with whoever? It's a totally different thing in a way, as far as I can see. As far as
Yeah.
I can see, it doesn't have anything to do with anything in a certain way.
Yeah.
And it plays. And what we maybe can see is, gosh, it would love to come to peace. Yeah. And what I can see is if we approach it from another space, from, let's call it awareness, without changing, fixing, trying to get rid of, just with our pure, or with pure presence, that's when patterns start to wiggle and move
Mhm.
just by themselves. It's like, oh gosh, don't have to stay here. So, there's space. I can move a bit. I can explore, can actually explore, which life loves to do, isn't it? It loves to play and explore new. So anyway, that's just to put that into our exploration field. So it shows up as an identity with a big sense of I, but it's also clear that that is not really who you are.
Mhm.
I guess that's what I'm saying. That you are
Yeah.
much bigger. It's just a tiny blip on the screen where there's the focus right now. Like, my gosh, you are, yeah,
Mhm.
can't even find a beginning and can't find an end.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm so happy that that little blip that's showing up there, that kind
Mhm.
of would love to experience the same. It would love to experience its bigness, actually.
Yeah, exactly. That is how it feels to
Yeah.
like get this little uh sweet and it doesn't take much. This little
No.
reminder to flip over. uh I mean, it's a bit like on an edge, isn't it? Like
Yes.
when the nervous
Always on
system takes over, it's
gone.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. But it's also clear that you, who you are, is never gone, even though it seems in that
Yeah.
moment like that you're
Yeah.
gone. Or it is gone. It seems like, and for all of us, the same. But just to be really clear, when we have this conversation, when there is clarity, you will never be gone. It's not possible. It's just something takes over and takes the system which is on automatic on a ride until it's over. And it's like, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Very intense, yes. Yeah. But it doesn't have anything to do with anyone, actually. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, so I can really go from there or it or whatever. And it's this dance to move as a human being in integrity, or at least, I mean, this is also again like, oh, I want to be in integrity.
Absolutely wonderful noticing, Andrea. Wonderful noticing. Yeah. See, that's the gift of our field, huh? It keeps us on the edge, and you see immediately. There's immediate seeing. And wow, that's the gift of us coming together, I would say.
Hmm. Yeah.
And if you speak about that human system, let's call it that, how it grows and how it comes into existence. It has all these stages on its way, how it develops, how it grows, how it, how it comes into an adult being. And mostly what I'm sensing, and I think we have talked about that before, this is an early attachment story. Let's call it that. That's like when a system, for whatever reason, inherited or even had an experience in this lifetime that it did not get the full spectrum of attention that it needed at that time to complete its nervous system.
Mhm.
So, just to make also clear what we're dealing with, because you as an adult woman, you are totally clear.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's very, very, very clear. But these aspects sit somewhere in the system, and from time to time, when they have the opportunity, they come out and pull the whole system into confusion, one could nearly say. It's like far out, what the heck is going on? It's like, So just to make those distinctions and create a little space between the adult woman, Andrea, that actually, man, look, she knows, she knows who she is. She's an explorer. She is interested in bringing aspects that have not seen the light, to peace. That's how I know you. I'm just speaking how I perceive you. Yeah. So this aspect, let's see, it's young. It's young. Can you see that too? Am I
Yes, I
right?
can see that. It's really the part that from time to time really needs to crawl in, and
Yeah.
and even though so much is seen, and so much I can really just breathe through, basically.
Far out.
From this morning, I had the feeling, okay, now I'd like to hold hands. Um,
Yeah.
and it's this aspect of it wants to hold hands, and it really feels to the edge to like falling in a collapse state.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can see it was existential at that point. I just like to bring, before we go there, because I can see it's pulling, but I like to bring in also the collective, because there is so much going on right now on the planet.
Mhm.
There's another, I think, full moon eclipse or whatever, and all the stars are in a certain constellation. And I mean, wherever you put your ear, it's so much going on. It's so much going on. Just to include that too, and the effect it has on a personal system, and how quite often a personal system then makes it very personal. Yeah. So just, so we have a bigger picture of, well, all your neighbors and all, the whole city and the whole country and the neighbor countries, and not far from your country, there's war going on right now. So all of that, people in real existential survival situations that maybe are hungry and wounded, and I mean, just lost people, and all of that is right there too. And that, of course, when that's in the air, you know how it is with energy. It's like, something that's happening over here on this side of the planet will be perceived on the other side of the planet. That's how sensitive the whole system is. Nothing goes unnoticed, especially for the very sensitive people like us. Just to include that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then from that place of awareness, or, you know, let's see if we can stay here and open our heart for all of that, for all those little beings that never had a hand when they needed it, and your system included, the personal system included.
It brings so much gentleness in an instant.
In an instant, in an instant, yes.
My heart is really like beating so tenderly.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. And just while you're saying it, gosh, mine goes in total resonance.
Mm.
And starts breathing. Yeah.
And before it felt a bit contracted around the solar plexus.
Yes. Yeah. And how are the other chakras? How's the first chakra?
Interesting, because there's a I mean, it's not as open as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean, not constantly, but when I'm in a meeting like this with,
Mm-hmm.
it is so it's an indicator that something is like,
Yeah, a bit pulled back.
pull back,
Yeah.
like a
And right.
very subtle layer, not in regards to our meeting, but
No, no,
in
no.
regards to the state I find myself in, to okay,
Yes.
like not even protection, more like taking care.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So wonderful to notice that there is the capacity to take care. So and it just does that by retreating a bit. I find that very healthy. I mean, it's like that, huh? These systems are breathing in a way. It's like, here it goes. You know, this field. I mean, our field is, that's why we come together. That's our invitation in a way, isn't it? It's like, let's see what wants to come, and gosh, our heart is open for all of it. And then, you know, when you find yourself in a supermarket, for example, where that is not invited, it's then, you know, you're still present, but you also see, you know, how you move through that energetic.
Yeah.
Until it maybe doesn't matter anymore. I don't know, but
I mean, it's there's still a huge noticing of moving through different fields, like how different it resonates with this body.
yes, I think that's fantastic. And I think that is also, I mean, that's how I experience it. It's very healthy. And there's awareness of it all. And then that the system is not in a frozen state or in a collapsed state or whatever. You know, it shows only how healthy it is. Because, you know, on Earth, our living together, it's just like that. It's like, oh, no, no, thank you. And oh, yes, please.
Yes.
Otherwise, we would sit maybe in a cave, or, you know, would be interested in more out of body experiences. But I have a sense we are actually more here to include physical experience and be aware at the same time.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's very healthy what you say.
Mm.
You want to share what was going on there right then?
Yeah, it's interesting because something seemed to wanting to, what was it even when Michael just said, oh, it's pulling, I notice it, but let's do another
Yeah.
opening up of the feel.
Yes.
And it's what was it actually?
Far out. Wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, I'm really amazed and astonished and in awe how gentle the whole surf is, and the movement of, okay, noticing. And but this, I was really so curious about this. Oh wow, I'm really surfing the edge of that it goes into this collapse.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And
And
staying here.
yeah,
Yeah. See, because could you feel how it something what it did to your system when you were sharing this? Did you feel that?
no, maybe no.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's also wonderful. No worries. Yeah, I sense something, so but that's just my system. It's totally fine.
I mean, right now I really feel myself like a bit blank.
Yeah, so there you go. That is it. That is already the beginning of the collapse. And I invite you to stay here and not go there. Yeah, so that was exactly what I noticed. So that's why I did the other, so that you would stay on the edge and not go in there even an inch, not a millimeter. No going in there whatsoever. You're watching it from, yes, beautiful. It starts breathing. And it's getting a bit warmer again. Yeah, fantastic. No need to go in there. It is just that noticing and coming back to this, coming back to us.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then seeing what shows up next. That kind of curiosity is, wanting to explore a collapse, for example, is a confusion. Because the moment you step just a tiny bit in it, it takes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was exactly where I found myself at this morning. That I really
Yeah.
could feel it when I just engage with one thought, I'm gone.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So it takes all your power in a way to not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all know how quickly it takes over. We all know that, so we're all in the same boat. Mm. So, yeah, but just to explain, that's why I could feel it. So and then I did the other way, and you went with me, and so we did again, and it's fun. I mean, it's wonderful. This is a huge learning for every system actually that watches this, to not go in there. That's the old pathways. That's what
Yeah.
the system is used to. And now we're going with all our might another pathway. We're showing it another possibility of living itself without having a clue where it goes. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, it feels like expansion, like being plugged in to the universe again. As you said, it's becoming warmer, and noticing subtle movements here in the brain, the throat, and the solar plexus area. Mm.
See, this feels to me like surrender, effortless surrender. It's like holding still, letting it unfold and letting it do its thing without any effort of wanting it a certain way. Mm.
Yeah, and so good to be together in it.
Yes. Yes.
And hearing, and also hearing your words, which I want to repeat, that it's a confusion, that it's like a way that it was used to take.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, confusion is maybe harsh because it just didn't have a choice for a long time, you know, so I had to do it. But when it's seen, it seems like, wow, why would it do that? You know, why would it go again and again in that same black hole of fear, anxiety, stress, hell, uh, just all of that, you know, all of those things.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I mean, it's really losing interest in going there.
Yes. 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 So it's like your invitation from the beginning, asking for holding hands, is actually now we are actually inviting that which goes always the same way to hold hands and come with us into this field. Instead of us going down that road, we kind of, oh, you want to come, you knock on our door, come with us. Come with us. Have a cup of tea with us here. Or, you know, whatever it is. Yes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm.
Snuggle into us here. You know, come. Yeah. Let's sing some songs or, you know, just simple, easy togetherness. Just what every child loves, what every human being loves, doesn't matter what age. Just that simple, warm being together.
Yeah.
Sharing space. Sharing space. Mm. Yeah, that's how it looks then. It's familiar, it's community, whatever you want to call that, but it's just that full feels in my body, it always feels full. I'm here. don't have to do anything, but I could make a cake. I mean, just that simpleness, we could go for a walk or.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it has like 1 million tentacles. um, and even with, I mean, I already was at that point this morning, like, yeah, it takes patience and it takes gentleness. But it was when I was sitting on my back, it was so clear. No, you don't have to be alone in that. You don't have to.
Mm, mm, mm.
It's not meant to be like that. I mean, it can be, but
No, it's not meant to be like that. No. This is how it's meant to be. I mean, this is just one possibility how it's meant to be. There are other possibilities too. It's not just this, only this, but this is one possibility of how it should be. Yeah, words are always a bit.
yeah. But
But you
I feel like there's a lot going on in the cells.
let's just be present, if you
Yeah,
like. Yeah,
yeah.
snuggle in. Let's get cozy. Mm. 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 It was so soft and gentle. I loved that.
Mm. 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 I like to say two more things. It's beautiful to notice the okayness,
Mm.
like
Mm.
there's still a little residue
Mm.
in this, but as you said, it's healthy. It's good that it's the nervous system is a bit slower than consciousness, and it's beautiful to notice the okayness and what words came. It feels real. It feels so real. I
Mm.
don't know why,
Mm.
but
Mm. It is in a certain way. In this dimension, it is. And then, there's somehow, it seems like there's capacities for us humans to travel into other timelines or other dimensions or whatever you want to call that. It seems like it's all right next to each other. So then we find ourselves here. So, all is kind of real. That's this, we find ourselves in the reality where everything is changing constantly. So we can just go with that. And then there is also a reality that's more real because it's not changing. But we can't, as long as there's an experience of this or that, um, one doesn't exist without the other, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
See, and then there is that which we can't speak of, that is just beyond experience, that's beyond mind, that is just not in the world of experience. So we can't even talk about it. But as long as this experience, as long as there's experience, let's say it like that, then this is the reality of that. It's
yeah,
permanently changing. You can't hold on to anything. And there's highs and lows and ups and downs and lefts and rights and hell and bliss and, just
yeah.
the whole shebang.
The whole
Just,
shebang.
yeah. We are just so freaking lucky that there's also the awareness of all of it. And then the beyond. But again, that's, what can we say about it? We can't. It's because it's beyond. You can't speak about that. It's not in the realm of language.
Yeah.
But we have,
Maybe this is why it came like in the expression of it feels real, and it has not, there are no words for it,
no.
but what it causes is like really this expansion and
Yes.
and a deeper relaxation, a deeper resting, and
Yes, 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 exactly.
this is probably the old parameter of being anchored in reality,
Yeah,
which does
yeah,
that, but it's more.
yeah,
Yeah, of course, it's more like,
yes, it's, you know, it's just limitless.
yeah.
And somehow most of the time, human beings find themselves in this, call it reality, it's like, which is very, very tight, which is, again, it's just that little spot on the screen. It's it's like when you look into the universe, you know, when you look at the night sky, for example, you see the Milky Way and you just know there's galaxy over galaxy. One spot is a galaxy and there's a galaxy in there and so on and so on. And you say, my God, how small is this? How small is this dimension? And it seems big. So, but just to get the perspective sometimes, it's, oof. And not to leave anything out, you know, when
Yep,
there's something that loves to be seen, yeah, why not? What else is there to do?
you say it. Oh, Meike, thanks
Yeah.
for gifting me with time and presence and space.
Mm, privilege, Andrea. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
Love it. I really love it. Yeah. You know, and that residue that you were talking about, is that still there?
It was just measured, but I mean, in essence, there was just nothing. There was
Good.
nothing left.
Good.
But
Yeah.
with this, when the senses come in, there
Yes.
was like not that. I mean, usually when I sit in presence, I feel a strong heightening of all the senses,
Yes.
or like this total emptiness.
Yeah.
And this time it was like I just noticed that there is like a soft shell
Okay.
of taking care or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
So
Fantastic. Yes. Sounds wonderful.
I mean, it's also just a clumsy way to try to
No, I hear
explain.
you. I
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah. As much as I can understand, it seems I get it.
And I totally love to jump between all of that. And yeah,
Yeah. No,
and I
wonderful.
really love to broaden the view and to the perspective and to
Yes.
connect with us and this field and other fields who can already taste it like that. That
Yes,
it's not
exactly.
but about opinions and how things have to be. I mean, this is really the lowest level. Like,
Yes, it is.
yes,
And no judgment about that, because
yeah,
it's, you know, low has to be there to be to high to be there. You know, it's just one of those things. All um how can one say, it's there's nothing better than the other.
yeah,
Yeah. Because if there is a preference, then we are on the hook again, isn't it? Then there's this moment there's preference or an idea of how it, yeah, of better or worse, or it's, yeah,
no,
it
it
loves,
wasn't meant judgmental. It was more like
no,
to again anchor in this seeing and in this noticing and not to cling and not to go with any idea and
yes,
well-meant advice. And I mean, people have realities, people have perceptions, people like, and it's, I don't want to change it, but I also often don't want to take it.
no, that's the most healthy, you
Yes.
know, because, you know, if we follow somebody else, Wow, where does that lead us? Into religion. Yeah, and we've seen where religion takes us. I mean, I don't know if there's more people being killed in the name of God and religion than other causes. So,
I mean, if we want to go there, but I'm sure here are other people in the room who want to share. But we just had like a crazy experience. Bettina, Yatra, and myself, we were on a workshop together last weekend, and it was so amazing to see. And I mean, we know it from the retreat also, like with how easily a field can be fragmented.
yes.
And
Yeah.
it takes just so little, and
Yeah.
quicker as your train could imagine, he was like the bad masculine, and the whole field was like a and he really felt like at the wall, but not my business again. Yeah, but it was just, you were just speaking it with religion, and it's still so, and I mean, your intro was like that it's really, we have to take care of these things, or at least it's showing up because we can, yeah, to say deal with it would be too much, but to bring it to consciousness. And
yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. And that's nice to do that together, but staying here, not moving away from our truth.
yes. Okay.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Judith.
Hi, Meike.
Hi.
What a beautiful conversation.
Yes.
And it is close by, but I'm at the other side. I feel in the collapse and in the sense of I, and
Yeah.
and I can hear your words, but somehow it's hard for them to land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay. Ah, forget all those words, man. Yeah, let the tears roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to give a little content. I had a very difficult session one-to-one on Sunday in the celebration from Isaac. And somehow I touched my sense. It's something what I said has Isaac given the feeling that something was wrong, I think, and he came with, as far as I saw, and triggered, and the trigger, yeah, his words were correct, but there was a huge fire coming in this direction, and it was for me totally overruling. For me, I couldn't, and the only thing I could do was saying what I was sensing, that I felt like giving up what I would love to speak, but that it had no possibility, that it was giving up, that it came in kind of overwhelm, that it later I say, I think this is a freeze. So, and he spoke about patterns in me, and so that was all correct, and I could hear that, what he was pointing out. But the force behind it, the force was like violence for the system. And after that, it's the last days, it comes in all those phases of making itself wrong and personal, taking it personal, and really to find peace again. You know, I went yesterday to the seaside and I said, okay, I just sit here. And, but it isn't quite a turmoil at the moment.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Super ego and waking up in the night, and then suddenly what was happening, heavy heart, and so yeah. And I love to come back here because that's the interest.
Yeah, you are here. You are here at the same time. Yeah.
That I feel too, actually, also that I feel.
Yeah, and there's a touch, you know. Yeah, that just happens so quickly when people come together, huh? Yeah, especially loved ones. Yeah. So there's also the knowing that all of those thoughts that come and all those judgments are not true, isn't it? Is that right? Yes. Wow. That's all that's needed. It does it.
Yeah, and it's sitting in it, in this whole soup. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
is it possible to step out of that soup?
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. So now you're on the side of the plate, you know, where you know, Suppenteller, I don't know what you say in Dutch. You know, that's not so deep, but that's a shore kind of thing. So just hold on there. You're not drowning. You're not drowning. And I reach my hand to pull you out. And everybody else here too, I'm pretty sure everybody's, come, let's get her out of that soup. Yes. And we come with towels and dry you. And get you warm. No need to be in that soup.
So lonely in that soup, so lonely.
Yeah. Oh, it feels very cold there. It feels very, very cold. So we come with our warm towels and rub you. And then, you know, maybe also for a moment, just seeing, you know, where you are. You know, you and me, and yeah. I have not everyone, but I have.
If only you, otherwise I need to change to
Oh,
gallery.
What a
Yeah.
pity. Yeah, I have always 6 people on the side, which
yeah.
is very, very nice. Yeah. Yeah. See, one comes into view again. Yeah. All so very, very friendly. So very warm and friendly when I look there. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. Now you're in the towels, in our arms. You can see it's quick, huh? System. Yeah, when it has the opportunity, it just, and there it is.
Yeah, the words are so touching, that to be taken and to be held in towels.
Yeah.
It is so, it feels
Yeah.
so wronged and so, yeah, so lonely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nice. Nice connection again.
It's the Mm.
Ah, little voice. Oh, very old belief. I don't go there, but the voice is, I don't deserve it. Ah,
What is the voice?
the voice is, I don't deserve it.
Ah, yeah. Mwah.
Oh,
Mwah.
wholesome.
Yeah. It's interesting, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. And that also makes sense again, when a young being could not complete itself
Yeah,
through another, through our mother, in the best case. You know, then it's like, must be something wrong with me. I'm not deserving it. Yeah. So
yeah.
not going there,
No, I
not
don't go there, but it is good to notice it.
just to notice it and invite
Yeah.
it to come here
Yeah.
to our, we can wrap a towel around it too.
Yeah.
Warm towel.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. We're not sending it away. We're just not going into that. We're rather, come. We're taking it out of its misery. Now we're there. It can complete itself.
Yeah.
Such a different approach. So I'm so glad we finally at that point where we're not having to go there anymore. We just bring it all here if it wants to. If not, then our path splits here. But if, yes, come on here. Lots of warm towels. I'm also having one.
Oh, so nice.
Yes. Oh my gosh. A soft, warm towel. My mother always would put a towel over the heater. Oh gosh, it was so nice. And
yeah, that's the best.
yes. For the felt sense, wow. That's all we need, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
All is well.
Mm.
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 Teacher support.
Mm.
What love can do. Huh? Magic word.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. Thank you, Meike. Mm.
Mhm. Mm.
And thank you all.
Mm.
Mm.
Esther.
Hi, Meike.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. It was very, up to now, beautiful sessions. Especially
Yeah.
the one with Andrea was touching me.
Yeah.
There's really a lot of not knowing here how to deal with some situations. And
Mm.
I was curious, and you spoke about, with Andrea about being an adult, and I'm curious. There's to set you on the ground, so to say, with your energy is maybe part of it, and that's maybe my whole life a challenge. But I was wondering, like you said that to invite that part here, and a new way of I don't know how to express. When the system gets the capacity to invite a young part was together with feelings of sadness and fear. And when that capacity is there, is that the real edit? That's part of it.
Oh, okay, you can, I don't know what an adult is in a certain way, but we speak a lot about young beings and I just know how it feels when it's fairly completed, when the nervous system is relatively completed, when it's balanced, when it gets excited, when there is when it needs more adrenaline to act, for example. But then when that is done, then it slows down again and it's regulated.
Mm-hmm.
So that is for me let's say a healthy nervous system. Let's call that adult system.
Mm.
If there is something, well, I don't know if there's ever 100%. If that is even possible, I have no clue. But maybe, when I look into some native cultures, there it seems like the nervous system is relatively completed in a certain way. There's excitement when there is danger around. When the danger is gone, all is well again. So we mostly live in a culture where there is a constant aggravation in our system. So there's never anybody at home because the system is constantly in survival mode.
Yeah,
So
that's what I recognize here now.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm calling an adult when it knows when to get excited and also when it can be quiet and at peace again. That's, that would be relatively healthy, let's say it like that.
Yeah.
And that's what we're kind of learning. We're constantly busy with that, huh? It's like our systems are so used to getting excited when when there's actually no danger around. Just in the presence of somebody else, it does that. So, and obviously it can be learned, it can even be taught, that's what the SE does, and other people do that too, that have other tools to come to peace again. Because we know, gosh, when the system feels at peace, wow,
Yeah,
love
I know.
capacity to react and to act in a totally different way than when it's in constant survival mode.
Yeah, and
And
I
felt
mean,
it.
the world becomes different.
Yes, it's a
It's
different universe. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Welcome.
Because what I sense that's very young part in me. What is let's say not being used to include by myself. fine.
Yeah.
And that's, it seems that everyone in my neighborhood here where I live has that point. And so I see, and maybe that's an agenda, I don't know, that
What I can see is, that there is not the capacity yet in your system to be present to younger parts, Esther. That's what I am seeing. Maybe sometimes, I don't know. But as far as I can see, I might be totally wrong, but that's what you're showing me in a way. It has not learned that yet, and it's very keen. It would love to learn it. That's why you're showing up again and again. You would love to learn that. It's for some of us, it takes quite a while to get through it. Also depends on, it depends on everything. So I don't want to compare it with anything actually. But it's just good maybe to see that there is not really a capacity yet to be present to young aspects. It's too collapsed, it's too sticky in a way. And just staying with that for a moment, that's just, what can you do? I know that in my own experience, certain aspects, whoa, I know them by now. And then I ask for help, or, I just know it. And then there's already gentleness in my system. So, okay, I don't have the capacity here. And yeah, so what? It's all right. I just don't have the capacity here.
yeah, but that means that I'm not able to speak in a good way with some people.
It doesn't mean anything, actually. It doesn't mean anything. You just notice and recognize that there is an aspect somewhere in the system that does not know yet how to come to peace. That's all.
Yeah, I try. I do exercises and so on, and
Yeah,
but
cool.
if the triggers are too often, and then it seems it stays there in fight modus or.
So that's how it is. You just recognize it and you notice it. I mean, I'm just sharing with you how I do it in my system. So in the end, you have to see how you do it for yourself. But for my system, that is just the best medicine. I'm so grateful when there is a noticing, because sometimes there is no noticing, but mostly there is a noticing. And then I'm taking a breath. And it's okay. What my system does, it takes space, if it's possible. If it's possible, it takes space, and so that it can come back to peace, to itself, so that it can down-regulate again.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know another way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was kind of going in finding solutions or so.
Yeah.
I see there is that being home in my heart, and then when I'm there, I just don't need so much from people,
Mm.
and actually it's enough,
Cool. Cool.
and then the wish comes to, if I can honor it of all the travels it had made, and really honor what's here, then yeah, maybe that's the wish that I can deal with the freak outs from other people's, because I know that freak out.
So, but there's already confusion. Can you hear that?
Yeah. Because yeah, that's confusion.
Yeah, exactly. Because you say, when I'm here, I don't need anything.
No.
And then you said, and then there comes a wish. See, the wish is the movement away from here. The wish is the movement away from here.
Okay.
Then there comes all the other thing you put on top.
Mhm.
So stay with, oh, when I'm just here, that's actually enough. Hmm. It was a nice sigh. I like that. Mm.
Yeah, but it's, I really would like to act in an accurate way when people send the dog behind my cat,
Mm.
and
Mm.
I've said 2 times to keep him on the, I don't know the name, line,
Mm. Wish. Mm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
just where my cats walk so around the house, then they let him go, and then
Mm.
he goes behind the cat,
Mm.
and then I don't know anymore what to do.
Yeah, I understand.
And maybe it's also part of, I don't know,
Yeah.
and this system is so infinite that it's attracting that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. That's, I wouldn't worry about that.
No, but I also know when it's, when it's connected, when I don't know, what's the word? The ventral nervous system again is it ventral? Is that a good name? The sympathetic and dorsal, and the other one. But then it's, yeah.
Yeah. It's very difficult for most of us to constantly stay with a regulated, with a peaceful nervous system. It's very, very difficult, especially in our world where there's so much excitement everywhere. It's a society that lives off excitement. So it's very, very difficult to, I mean, we kind of sitting all in the most difficult situation to keep it calm. Other people have gone into caves, Mhm.
Yeah.
And they always say, when you think you've got it down, when you think you got enlightened, then just sit on the marketplace.
Yeah.
Or spend a week with your family.
No, thank you.
One of those things. So they all know it since forever. People have been talking about it. It's a challenge for all of our systems. Yeah, it would challenge each one of us if there was somebody sending the dog after our cat. Nobody likes that. So understandable. And, our interest, like, how can we stay regulated and balanced and then move in the world? See, that's what we're all after in a certain way, is it? Yeah. So we're pretty lucky that we have at least moments, sometimes at home, or sometimes in exploration, or, in celebrations, or when we sing together, or so And let's cultivate that. Let's cultivate places where we even co-regulate, where we all come with maybe a similar interest, where we can have peace for a moment. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I see my system is, many people are advising and coaching or offer coaching, and the system is so fine-tuned that it's no thank you says.
Yeah.
But somewhere it comes in my system, and then I feel more and more and more unease with people, and then I have to stop for a while. And I mean, they can do what they want, but I see my system is getting confused then after a while. Yeah.
Cool. And then you take
But-
care.
Yeah, but I'm longing for a group also in life, to yeah, where it's about being present, or like this, and then in real life.
Fantastic.
I didn't found it yet, but
That's the beginning, just sending that out into the world. That's my wish. That's my prayer. That's how it starts.
yeah, see, there was a lot of mind here speaking, and actually just confused.
Yeah, that's when this, when the system is in survival mode, that's exactly what it does. And there's a lot of
Yeah, and I
and
thought, okay, now I'm on the right way, and most of the time when I think I'm on the right way, I'm not on track.
good seeing, good noticing.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, I can ask, but I also saw that part, so I had to check, and then okay, there's a lot of longing here to do it different or be different, but yeah, at the moment it's
But
like
you also spoke about that when you're in your heart.
yeah,
Then that's enough.
yes,
Yes. That's it. I would say that's it.
yeah, and I yeah, that's it actually.
That's it.
But I'm the moments I'm there are
What's
rare.
that but about? What's that but about?
What's that?
The but about. You said but. It's like, oh yes, that's enough. And then comes but.
Ah,
That's the movement away from
yes,
okay. Yeah.
I see.
Cool.
I have a book from Nisargadatta now I'm reading, and it feels so coming home. I know. Everything is resonating. Yeah. I'm happy my cat has very good ears. I know.
Love, love.
Thank you.
Mm.
Maybe I will leave a little bit more early because I want to make a very long walk and
Okay.
want to do it in daylight. So
Thanks for letting us know. Marina.
Hi.
Hello. One sec. What did I do? I did something. One second, Marina.
Yeah.
No, you got. Now I got you.
Ah. Notice like an unease in the system or in the body. Habit of attention to notice those little uneasy, uncomfortable vibrations or sensations.
Mm. Anything the body needs? Is it just a habit, or is you're sitting in an uncomfortable position, or sometimes it's just to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it just needs to move a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There's an interpretation from it of like it's a fear.
Far out.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it makes sense in a certain way if the system has been trapped at one point in this lifetime or in former lifetime, if it's been through the ancestors, if the system has been trapped and it couldn't get away and there was danger around, then there's, of course, there will be sensation, and then there will be story on top of it, or, something is not right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sort of like fear of my life, which makes no sense. But
yes, it does not. because it's very clear it's not present moment.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
So
actually needs movement, maybe.
exactly.
Yeah, as
because now it can move, It was trapped maybe at some point in time, but now
yeah.
it's not. Now it's not
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
because the body's been tired a lot, then it doesn't move as much as perhaps it needs to, as much as the nervous system needs to. But I mean,
yeah,
it can
even
be
even tiny, Marina, even tiny movements.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be big. It's
yeah,
like when there's discomfort, if it just what you do there now in the chair, on your couch.
yeah.
It's just, okay, realizing that in present moment, it is possible to move.
Yeah.
It's that switch in a way. It can go with, oh, there's sensation and whoa, it really feels like fear. And then, or there's realizing, wow, there's sensation. And the old thing would be to go with that story of, gosh, poor me and fear and sensations and, just whatever it is.
Yeah.
The new thing is realizing that and wow, there is no danger around, right? No obvious danger around, and the
Yeah.
system can move. It's like
Moving.
just getting it from here to there.
Yeah.
Just that doesn't have to be much. You will see what it needs.
I notice the beach I go to is always a
Mm.
beach where there's a lot of surf. And I
Mm.
love that. Sometimes I'll go
Yeah.
to a calm beach like South Beach and I'll sit there.
Boring.
And there's something about watching, I don't surf, but, watching them surf is,
Mm.
yeah, so that makes sense, just watching the movement and hearing the movement. Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good true. Because I forget that, yeah, okay, I know, when I was a baby, I had all of that, but I didn't even put the two and two together. I just go, oh, what's this and why? And
Yes. Yeah. Get it.
yeah.
Yes. Fantastic. So simple sometimes.
It's simple, yeah. And I guess my parents also were trapped, when they were in the camp. So I guess there's that residue as well.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, gosh, how often have people been trapped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. It's
Still
that
feel
simple. It's that simple, really, it is. And it's so funny because the system still, it gets so sucked into that vortex of, I can't move, I can't move. It's like, whoa, there's something strange. I'm very scared. And it doesn't know that so it's huge when it realizes, oh, let me just move a bit,
Yeah,
or what
yeah,
movement, or, whatever it is. And just, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and there's such a fear, like I've mentioned it before, and I guess that all comes generational stuff too, but the fear of death, but I'm not at all frightened of death after death, It's the fear
But
of
before,
dying, the body, and so where does that come from? I'm not yeah, but that it's just
yeah, it's actually scared of fear. Fear is scared of fear, huh? Because
yeah,
it really doesn't feel good being fearful. Oh my gosh, it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling. No. Who knows where it comes from? But there again, yeah, the systems are also not designed to be constantly in stress and fear. They can, I don't know if you grow up in the wild and, there's a snake around here in Australia or what, you can be alert for a certain time. I don't know even how much it is, the tolerance in a way. But if it's over that, if you're constantly confronted with a threat, the human bodies, I think nobody actually, no animal even likes it to be in permanent stress of survival stress, let's say it like that. You know, there's that tolerance for, I don't know, an hour or half an hour, can't say. But then, whew, then you need to relax again. See, in our culture, there is just that permanent stress in most of us. In most of us. So, you know, maybe you're picking it even up from the neighbor or from the collective, or, you know, and then the person on top of it from ancestry, and yeah. So who knows? That's why awareness is really our good friend. You know, just having this conversation and seeing it all from a different perspective is, man, it's a lifesaver in a way. It's far out. Oh, the body can move right now. Okay, let's just move it a bit, you know, rock it a bit or whatever, you know. That makes a big difference, so that the system gets, at least for moments, a relief. That is what we were talking before, you know, going into the despair and the fear and sitting there like a mouse in the corner, or seeing, oh, it's actually all right. So let me just move this body a bit. So that's the big difference, huh? One is that it sucks us in, and then we are, we can't move anymore. And the other is, oh, I see, actually nothing wrong here. Oh, let me just get a glass of water. Let's see how that is. And then on the way, mostly something shifts already, at least in my system. So then I forgot, a glass of water. Okay, why? Yeah.
Thank you, Meike.
Oh, you're so welcome. That was wonderful. Thanks for bringing this. Might be helpful for a lot of us, again and again. Mm.
Thank you.
Beresha.
Meike, just a minute.
Moin, moin.
Moin, moin. Sweetheart. So you said the body is an experience for us also. Yeah, that's clear.
Mm.
And it was so good when you spoke of these realities.
Mm.
And you said, as long as we experience something, we are in this reality. So, Andrea.
I'm not sure where you want to go with it.
Yeah, so maybe I speak to the end. Yeah, I'm also not sure, but it's a little confusion.
Okay, what's the confusion?
I mean, there's always something in the body, so we have experience with the
Yeah,
body. Yeah,
as long as there's the mind, there's experience.
but as long as there's the body, also.
You know, but if there's no mind, how is it then?
Then I don't give attention to this, or what?
Oh, you've got to figure that out for yourself, Beresha.
I thought
Otherwise
you
it's
know.
just a concept. I do my best not giving you another concept on top of it.
It's a concept.
You know, how is it in deep sleep, for example? Then the mind is
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
there's, you know, that really deep sleep, you know, when there's, yeah, we can't even say, you know. We can't say that there's experience. We can only talk afterwards, isn't it? We can only speak about it afterwards. When we wake up in the morning, so, oh,
Mm.
good sleep, deep sleep, you know, not just dream, just, wow, gone. Yeah, so then there is not really awareness of body, mind. Yeah. So we all have, at least most of us have had experience of no mind when it's shut down. Yeah, it's hard to speak then, huh? It's like, don't know how to,
Mm.
yeah, put that into words. But there's, you know, what they all speak about. When there's no mind, peace and quiet, nothing. It's at least not, oh, hello.
Yes.
At least there is not
Sweet.
it's not in the realm of experience and yeah, day and night or whatever you want to call that. It's just beyond. It's beyond. It's beyond. And some say that is who we really are, because that is not changing. That
Yes.
is
Yes.
ever
Yes.
changing.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
as close as we can get is in deep sleep. That's so life, you know,
Yes.
existence gives us that experience. It's
Yes.
like, so we all know, but we can't speak about it. It's just because that's why it's beyond the mind. It's beyond the body.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Body mind exists in this reality, you know, and but if the speaking comes from that other place, if that is even possible, then you can also see that this is just a dream. It changes constantly. You can't hold on to anything. It is a river with waterfalls, and it just flows and does what it does. Every idea of having any choice or being the doer or having any say in anything disappears when there is that falling back into the beyond or coming close to that. But in this reality, it definitely feels like that there is a doer and that there is a choice.
Another
Here comes the other one. Yeah, in the realm of existence, there is this playground, there's this conversation,
Yes. Yes. I
and
see.
all of it. It's just when it falls into that beyondness, all of this disappears. Experience, mind, body, life doesn't
So
exist.
yeah, it's about this, the balance point.
Yes. Yeah. It's just, gosh, yeah, getting a taste of all of that. Wow. It's lucky. It's lucky, 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 lucky. But when we talk in terms of experience, you know, then there are all these different realities. You know, there's everything. There's the without body, there's the, just name it. Everything you can name will be there, will exist. Yeah.
I'm so fed up with this.
Oh, don't worry, soon, another 10, 20 years, 30, maybe. Yeah. But then there is maybe that what we're exploring or what we're playing with is, is it possible to perceive this experience as a miracle or as a beloved, or, then it can go into poetry and Sufism, where, wow, this moment is the beloved. It's like far out. And we're coming pretty close in our meetings to that, isn't it? We're coming pretty close to when the system's calm and wow, when these gateways open into the wonder of it all. I mean, how did it all come out of that beyond the beyond, the beyond, the beyond, the beyond? How? The best idea we come is with, it's God. God did it all. Yeah. And then maybe there is, the eyes see the miracle, and the body perceives the miracle of it all. Maybe. And it changes. Also, that's the other thing. It changes from time to time. Then there will be everything. There will be those highs, and there will be the lows, and there will be bliss, and then there's hell, and then it's boring, and just the whole shebang again, just all of it. And at the same time, so far out. Gosh, who or what is doing it all, huh? Nobody can tell you. Nobody. I haven't met anybody. So coming to that, as long as there is experience, let's see how it's possible to enjoy it as much as possible. Whatever it brings. And being in awe as much as possible.
And you practice this. You practice this?
Yes, that's what my life is about, if I can say it like that. That's what my life is about. Yeah. Yes. Otherwise, it's no fun.
Yes, so true.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, it's misery and suffering up the wazoo.
Up what?
Yes. Just totally. Yeah. So, gosh, whenever it is possible to enjoy this moment, do it. Whenever it's possible.
So touching what you speak.
So good, the sound of I mean, how, again, now there's this love flow and stream. So easy to open that, actually, isn't it? So easy to open that. Yeah.
And it's also possible alone, huh?
Yeah. You know, then there is no alone, actually.
Mm. Yeah.
And there is that, yeah. Then it's just, yeah, words, what do you want to use? And there's just fulfillment right here. It's like everything that's in front of you is a miracle and feels you, senses you, and knows you. Every tree, even the computer knows you. When that opens up. Even the clothes on your skin. Then there is no aloneness. It's an interesting thing. There's a beautiful practice or play. You know, I play that sometimes. You know, I'm sitting outside and then I'm consciously feeling all nature around me. You know, saying hello to everything, every tree that I see and the birds and whatever. And then after a while, I'm sitting back and I invite everything to feel me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, and that is the same ecstasy in a way. It's like, oh my gosh, the birds fly by and they feel me, or the trees feel me, or the plants feel me.
It feels different then,
Yes,
like
you
you
have to
thought?
check that out.
Okay,
You
I
have
will.
to. Yeah, it's really amazing. And then when I'm done both of them, then I don't do anything. And then I see what that is. It's
Okay.
it's a very, very beautiful experiment. It's very, very nice. It's like, so first you feel it all consciously, then you let it feel you, and then you don't do anything. You're just there. Anyway, that's just something to play with.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Mm. You're a diamond, Meike. Or
Needs
what's,
one,
yeah.
it needs one to recognize one.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Love and peace, beloveds. What a beautiful, inspiring meeting. Lots of love. Till we meet again. Shall we?